Oh, good. This video is going to be very fun for me and no one else to watch. To put it simply, I really hate 2v8, and there's a reason for that, or multiple reasons that I really want to go into today. Just as a quick overview for people who ask me, why do you not like 2v8 at all? What are the issues with it? Do you think you could like it? Things like that. And I know the most common complaint about 2v8 that I will mention just briefly is that killer queues get way too long. I am a killer main player. That is the main thing I like to play. I know in my YouTube short feed, which is where a lot of people come from for watching my main channel, might not believe that because a lot of it is survivor content, but it's also just easier to get survivor clips. And also Orella, who is my favorite survivor, trans represent, is the newest content and is a survivor only paragraph. But I do main killer, so it's really hard for me to keep playing the game when 2v8 is out because the killer queues quadruple. It used to be instant, and then it stopped being instant when Ghoul came out. That was already a problem, and made killer queues like 7, sometimes even 10 minutes. When 2v8's out, they're like 20 minutes. Not just like for 1v4, it's closer to 7 to 8. For 2v8, it's literally 25 to 40 minutes a game. And when you're a streamer, like offline, you're thinking, oh, that's fine. But when you're a streamer, that is a huge problem. You can't sit there for 40 minutes. If people click on your stream in the Dead by Daylight category, they're expecting Dead by Daylight. And if you're a killer player who's known for killer gameplay, all of your regulars are there expecting killer gameplay. But you can't do that in 2v8 because the queues are too long, and then you get punished for trying to play it in terms of numbers, retention rate, and things like this. That's why a lot of streamers do collabs. But here's a feisty opinion. Just because you're playing with a friend does not mean that the mode itself in and of itself is a good mode. It just means you have good friends. I could play Garfield Kart with a buddy and have an excellent time. Doesn't mean Garfield Kart is a good game. My main complaint though, and this is the side that actually has basically instant queues, is Survivor. And this is why I don't like the Survivor role in this game. For starters, I don't like the class system. I don't like it for killer. I don't like it for Survivor. I think back in the day, a lot of people, when they were envisioning 2v8 for Survivor, was being able to play with 7 buddies and do insane things with their perk loadouts. I have this really fun idea, in my opinion, that would be 4 head-ons. Everyone plays the same 8 survivors. They all go on anon mode, just so that the names on the left side don't show. And all of them run, 4 of them run Deception, 4 of them run head-on. No quick and quiet. The amount of chaos that would cause against 2 killers who don't know if you hopped in a locker, you're doing a deception play, would be really funny. And like, that's actually sounds more engaging than when you press E, you gain 50% of your heal bar. This is an AoE effect. Like, it's not, the classes system just isn't interesting to me. And I've seen people who are new to Dead by Daylight say that they actually enjoy the class system more than the perks. And I'm gonna be honest, why are you buying a game that has a bunch of perks or buying a game without doing research into what it is? Because like 1v4 is available all year, 2v8 isn't, which means that you bought the game for 1v4 and then 2v8 came out and you're like, oh, I don't like the entire mechanic of perks actually, which is just a crazy statement to me. And I know a lot of people would stack busted things like 8 vigils with 8 sprint bursts would be actually insane, but like at the same time, everyone defends 2v8 as the funny goofy mode. So why are we not doing funny, goofy things? And then killers also get to do, like, let's say like they make it to where people can run perks for killer, but you can't run more than 1 of the perks, so you get 8 perk slots. Imagine a killer with rapid batteries included, and like one of you's playing Hunty and the one's playing Oni, and the Oni's on the other side of the map, but the Huntress is near a completed gen, so then the Oni also gets the haste boost. That sounds really fun. That sounds like you can like do perk combos that add so much more depth to the game. They don't even have to release every perk at once. You can do general perks, and the killers that are currently available can have their teachables. You can do the same thing with Survivor, just start limiting what survivors are in it. I don't know, imagine 8 chem traps, blast mines, and wiretaps on Survivor. That sounds hilarious from Survivor's end, and as killer, it's not like you're completely powerless because there's 2 of you. You can team up, go into the same corner, deal, you know, duo on the survivors, things like that, so it makes the aura reading less valuable, and it's just funny. Currently, though, the classes right now are just not interesting. I don't find anything about them cool. I don't even remember what half of them do because they're what's the point? I just don't like it. The last thing is that I actually just don't like the map tiles. A lot of the tiles in the map are really bad. a lot. It's like 28 filler palettes, and then all the good ones get used immediately because everyone runs there. So it's just, I don't like the map design. I do find it incredibly funny that ArtPD, literally all they did was brought back the first version of ArtPD because it's already a good 2v8 map. The 2v8 RPD was originally released as a 1v4 map. I just want everyone who's unaware of that to now be aware of it. Like that's insane to me. And then let's see. So that's like balance changes, right? Changing the classes, adding perks, things like that. What else do we add on top of that? Well, for starters, I literally can't play Survivor in this mode more than twice. The reason for that is because I get heavy migraines playing Survivor in this mode. When your aura is revealed in 2v8, there is this very, very loud sound effect that goes like boing every single time your aura is shown. This includes killers kicking gens or whatever classes they have. If I play more than 2 rounds against that, I get a migraine. I can't play it. Currently, there is also a sound for Ghostface, where it sounds like the IMX movie production, where it just constantly gets louder.
Have they got base kit unbreakable?
Yeah, I think so. What? What? I'm being edged!
I can't face that because I get a migraine. And then the newest thing, and I will admit, the animation that they did to hooking is really cool. I love how it looks. I think it's a really, really cool idea. The FOV swapping in between it gives me eye strain, and I don't want to strain my eyes because why would I put my body in a worse position than it was going into playing the video game? So Survivor is literally unplayable for me, just based on sound and sight and everything. And it's worse because Survivor is also not interesting. There's no perks, you can't bring in items, you barely get any interaction. That's we're gonna segue into my last point here. That I just thought of is that on Survivor there is no interaction at all because you get chased, but the killer has 7 other targets than you, and sometimes when you get chased the other buddy comes in, so then you don't really get chased. And it's funny for like 3 times where you're like, oh, there's both of them here, and then by the 4th time you're like, oh, I can't do anything, because your mind starts being like, all right, it's this situation again, what can we do better than last time? And the answer is nothing. There's nothing you can do better. It's just, it's really agitating. Anyway, yeah, that's basically it. Throughout the video, I'm sure you can figure out what I would do for the mode. You know, disable the aura read sound, fix the Ghostface bug, disable the FOV change, add perks instead of classes. All of that would instantly make me love 2v8, but I understand that some people like the class system, so they probably won't do that, and Behavior spent time on it, so they probably won't remove it anyway. Which means that 2v8 will never be for me. Will I play it for the free stuff because there's a Ghostface badge, banner, and charm? Yes, because I'm needy and I like stuff.